2026 San Francisco 49ers.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from Santa Clara. And he'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams. And the offense has a long field on drive one. Brock Purdy leading this 49ers offense out from the last pick in the draft to his 5th season in the NFL.
Well, I'm just so happy we can move past the, last pick in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. Those conversations with Brock Purdy, in my mind, Mike, they're over. I mean, this is a bona fide, top-tier NFL quarterback. The 49ers paid him as such just a season ago. And when you look at the chaos that happened around this organization last year, the injuries, the star players in and out of the lineup, that's the number one thing going into the season. They got to keep Brock Purdy behind center, keep the talented offensive players around him, because when they're all on the field with Kyle Shanahan, this is a Super Bowl contender.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
It's a gain of 9.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 11. 1st down, 49ers.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
Now the pitch comes to McCaffrey. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take him down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
He's going to run it. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. A gain of 26. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
A 21-yard attempt.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Niners will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Jimmy DK now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Cam Ward brings the Titans out. Season 2, he was the #1 overall pick in 2025 and started all 17 games for Tennessee a season ago.
You know, I think you look back a season ago, Mike, and it's easy to say, okay, former #1 overall pick, a lot of expectations, but remember, he joined a roster in an organization that frankly just wasn't close to competing. So now they bring in Robert Saleh, a new voice, a new guy in front of the room to kind of propel this organization forward. They believe that Cam Ward is the future of the quarterback. So you get your quarterback right, you get your head coach hire right. Those are 2 pretty good places to start.
Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Ward. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. He'll let this one go deep. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
First down, 10 yards to go. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Now they pitch it to Pollard. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap for Ward. Now he'll run. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Malik Mustafa on the tackle. A gain of 12.
So we are through 1 here on Thursday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
In motion, it's Robinson. To throw on 2nd down is Ward. This is caught at 2. And he's in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
His kick is good. Makes the score Titans 7, 49ers 3. Joey Slide
following the touchdown. Here's Slide to kick it away. Now Watkins on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire careers are fun.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. So now they'll pitch it out here. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Kittle is the man in motion. Purdy now on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. 12 yards on that hookup. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Kirk is the motion man. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
On the bootleg, it's Purdy. Finding his tight end, Farrell. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Kittle is the man in motion. Off the play fake, Purdy. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I don't care what defensive strategy you apply here on 3rd and real long, Mike, but you have to tackle in space. They almost let this guy pick up enough after the catch to convert a 3rd and real long. Fortunately for them, they brought him down just short. Brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, it's Chimdike. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
The Titans take over.
Boy, what a return right there. I mean, just a complete breakdown by this kickoff team. He's able to get loose up that right sideline, and fortunately, they're able to get him down eventually, but not until he sets his offense up with excellent starting field position.
The Titans head back out on offense, and you get a look at Brian Daboll, their offensive coordinator. Daboll, many of you remember, the head man with the Giants for 4 years, and he was let go in the back half of the 2025 season. Signed on with the Titans to head up the offense under Robert Saleh. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Niners have got it to the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown.
This was just a disaster from start to finish. I mean, he's retreating, he's trying to get away from the rush, but going backwards doesn't often make things better. He's hit, stripped, and defense does a nice job securing the ball and taking it back for a touchdown.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. That'll bring up 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. And this.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Third and long. Here's Ward. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Titans going to send out the veteran Tommy Townsend to punt. Back deep for the Niners, Jacob Cowling. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Niners offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Samuel has it working the middle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
13 yards.
The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
New set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Open man downfield is Kittle. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Eddie Pinheiro on.
So it is a 1-point game here at the half. as we check in with Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run once more. And it's Pollard again. And yet again, this defense giving him nowhere to go. Tackled for a loss.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
Third and long. Here's Ward. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. He's got it! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. Not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play fake, now Ward to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw is Ward. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag. A little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Tennessee field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans extend their lead to 10-6.
49ers 6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Joey Slye
back out to kick this one away. Now Watkins on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. Play action. Here's Purdy. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
They send Evans in motion. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in the third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Kirk is the motion man. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. This one is caught by Kirk. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Kirk. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Kittle is the man in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, 49. 10
yards.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Again in the air for Purdy. Short one there, caught by Kittle. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
The 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the draw, here comes McCaffrey. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Titans' 14-yard line.
2nd and 10. And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. See what they have for 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. His kick is good, and the 49ers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Titans 10.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the gun, here's Ward. That is taken in by Tate. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Titan first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defense...
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Wolf. Off he goes. And he'll only manage a couple here, so better than throwing it away, but now they are going to face 3rd down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Out of the gun, Ward. They somehow managed to get rid of that one before the sack. Incomplete and sets up 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Townsend now to punt it. That kick is away. Cowing on the return. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Got his man. It's Kirk. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Titans will use the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. Now a 3rd and 2. Kittle is the man in motion. Purdy now on 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. A run here with McCaffrey. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Cody Barton on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and 5. Again, it's McCaffrey. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Kittle is the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. 1st down and more inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here's DK. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll drop to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Here's Ward. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
On the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
They come to the line needing 6 yards for a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. Oh, the one thing you can't have there. He is sacked, and the clock runs.
Cam Ward sacked. A loss of 9 yards. And it's 3 and out.
So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say, So long from Santa Clara.